What's good? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. Your boy Matthew Shack live here in Los Angeles. Welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered. Breaking news. Breaking news. There has been a an update on the Sean Diddy Combs trial. When it came down to the jury deliberations, the jury has come up with 4 out of 5 verdicts, and the most important ones in the balance. First things first, salute to the Unfiltered Nation, salute to the Unfiltered fam, salute to the mod squad, salute to the goons. Run the likes up. Keep the likes at 50%. Last but not least, tip your bartender, man. You know, I'm out in the field, man. I be outside, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm outside. As you can see, I'm outside. But I'm always paying attention, and there has been a big update in regards to this Diddy trial. The jury has came back with 4 verdicts. We don't know what the verdicts are. There's five verdicts. They've come back with 4 of them, but they don't have a consensus on the first charge, which is racketeering. They have 2 jurors, and we heard reports yesterday that there was a juror that wasn't on board with everything. That was, you know, muddying up the carpet, and now there seems to be 2 of them now. And hey, man, y'all can come up to with any kind of conclusions you want to, but the Rico charge is the biggest one. Okay, so let's recap. There's 5 charges. Count 1, you know, running a continual criminal enterprise organization. The Rico charge. That is the biggest one. That is the one that can put Diddy away for life. That's the big one. Okay. Then you have 2 counts of, you know, the SEX trafficking. Okay. And then you have 2 counts of the Mann Act, which is transporting, you know, workers across state lines to do something strange for some change. Let's get these likes up. Okay. So these situations right here, bro, this is why you go to court, man. The court of public opinion is one thing. The court of law is another. All right. So from what's being said, man, it is a big brouhaha, because right now, surprisingly, as you guys might think, according to what I'm hearing, and I'm listening to the live feeds, I'm listening to all the people, all the experts, all everything. The defense is happy with this, bro. The defense is like, why don't we just drop those other ones, drop the Rico, because they're not coming to a consensus, and let's read those other 4. Because even though those other 4 have time, all right, let's go through it. The Rico charge is up to life, okay? The SEX, trafficking, that one is a minimum of 15 years. The Mann Act is a minimum of 10. Okay. Hey, if you're going to, anybody can understand, I'd rather do 15, 10. I'd rather do that. I'd rather do 25 than to do life. So they're like, hey, let's go, judge. They can't solve it. Let's roll. Prosecution, they're banking on, they are doing all their, let's get these likes up. They're doing all their banking on the Rico charge. They would let all of that go away to get the Rico charge, because the Rico charge is going to end it. That's what they want, man. They trying to hit the home run. They're not trying to get no bunt hit and get a run in. They're trying to go for the jugular. So what the judge told them was, because the jurors don't know what's happening in the courtroom, they were really trying to get them to just say, hey, man, let's move on. Let's get these verdicts, and so we can get up out of here. Okay, so we can know what's going on. The judge said, go back and tell the jury that there was only a couple of things. They could either do the case as it is, okay, have the jury go back into deliberations, tell them to keep going until they can get to a consensus, okay, or last but not least, man, mistrial. This, hey, man, start over. Judge doesn't want to do that. Prosecution don't want to do that, and the defense doesn't want to do that. Defense is like, hey, man, let's roll, okay, and so the judge had a decision to make. So they were all of them were up there saying, hey, man, you know, defense is like, yo, Let's let them read those four, dog, and let's go about our business. That Rico's out the door. That Rico, man, if the government doesn't get that Rico charge, that is a big indictment and a big embarrassment to them, bro. It's a huge embarrassment to do all of this. All this other stuff could have been handled in the state. That's why they're so concerned about that Rico charge. They need that one, bro. They need that one, okay? Because the other ones, like I said, it's five, two charges, 10 on the Mann Act, five apiece, and then the other one, the other SEX charge, that's two charges. That's like 7.5 a piece, and that's 15. So that's a minimum of 15 for those two, and a minimum of 10 for the other. And anything could happen. It could be they could be one discharge, no this one, yes this one, no this one. So hey man, very case scenario, or it could be all of them be acquitted, and then it's really going to be an embarrassment. So the judge told the jury, sent out, because there was sent out, a note was sent out, and he said, tell them that if they don't, the first thing he was going to say, tell them if they don't come up with a verdict, we're going to have them come back tomorrow. Okay. So then the defense was like, no, don't tell them that, because if you tell them that, then they're just going to be under pressure to do a verdict, which is true, bro. If you tell them they've been in there for 7 weeks, they ain't seen their families, they ain't did what they need to do or whatever, and you telling them, man, they're going to have to come back tomorrow. All right. That's a problem. So then they said, so what happens if it doesn't come back tomorrow? The prosecution said, have them come back Thursday. Don't you guys know Friday's a 4th of July? This is supposed to be a holiday weekend, man. You think these people want to spend a holiday weekend up? So there's like, no, that ain't going to work. So basically the judge just told them, keep deliberating, and we'll come back tomorrow. Keep deliberating. Figure this out, bro. Like, they figure it out, homie. Right? You guys ain't leaving. All right? So I don't know what to make of it. I don't know whether or not to make of it that is pro Diddy. I mean, if the Rico charge doesn't get hit, then that's pro Diddy, bro. That's pro Diddy. Better doing 15 than life, dog. Okay, you might get out good behavior. You might be out in 7, 8. You know what I'm saying? He's 55. He can be out in 62, something like that. Okay, cool. But if that life hits, that Rico charge hits, bro, and they give him the maximum, it's barbecue chicken, bro. It's curtains. It's curtains, dog. He ain't getting out ever. Okay? So that's what's happening right now. It's coming across the wire right now, dog, that they got 4 out of 5 charges, bro. And somebody has a serious problem up in there, dog, about this Rico. And like I've been telling you, man, it may come out later that, he's guilty and he gets prosecuted for it. But as I told you before, I didn't see a Rico, dog. I didn't see that. Okay. I'm not in that courtroom. I'm not in that deliberation room. I'm not in the jury, but I didn't see what I needed to see. Okay. For me. Now, all the other charges. Okay. That's why all those other 4 charges are already done. And it's a unanimous. So out of those 5, the 4 that were picked, they're unanimous on the other 4 charges. There is nobody on the other side of the fence. Everybody agrees on count 2. Everybody agrees on count 3. Everybody agrees on count 4. Okay. All right. Nobody agrees on count 1. Okay. Actually agree on count 5. They don't agree on count 1, which is the Rico. There's 2 jurors. Now y'all can speculate on how the juror has a problem, dog. Like, hey, I'm a historian, bro. I remember what happened. If you ever saw The Untouchables, man, with Robert De Niro and Kevin Costner. We all know then that Al Capone had that jury, and they had to switch the jury. Remember, if you watch the movie, if you remember the movie, man, when he got prosecuted for the tax evasion, they found the courier, they found the dude with the books, and they had that jury paid, and they found the slip that he had paid everybody off, and then they flipped that jury. Now, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Of course, that's a movie, all right. So right now, dog, if it was such a slam dunk, like everybody was running around here saying, we should be already knowing the verdict right now. They're already done. It should be done, bro. Should be done, because they got the heavy lifting done, but the heaviest weight is still sitting there, bro. All right. So that's what's going on, man. I tried to tell you, man, it ain't as cut and dry as it seems. I've seen Rico charges. I remember I've seen a bunch of them, dog. Especially with John Gotti in his case, and John Gotti, that was pretty easy, bro. Okay, like I don't see it. I don't see the Rico. Whether he gets convicted or not, I don't see it. I didn't see the other people that were employed, that were a part of the company that had power. I'm seeing I'm seeing little foot soldiers, bro. Where's the capos at, and where's the consiglieres at? Where's the people who I know work for Bad Boy? The people's names that should have been in there if you're trying to do that. They were nowhere to be found, bro. I'm talking about the VP of A&R, the VP, the vice president of the company. I mean, big wigs. They were nowhere to be found. You didn't see them testify, man. You got all these little assistants and, oh, nah, dog, nah. Nah, man, you got to have more than that. All right. So this is what I'm here to let you know, bro. Trying to bet you I'm trying to make you let it understand. If it was such a slam dunk, like all these channels and all these people running around saying it was easy work, nah, dog. And if I was in there, I would be mad as hell. If I was in there and I had 1 or 2 people in there holding this shit up, dog, what more do you need to know, dog? Okay? You got all the evidence. They've seen everything. They've seen stuff we haven't seen. They've seen the freak off tapes. They've seen the freak off tapes. All 12 of those jurors have seen the freak off tapes. Let's get these likes up. Okay? And they've seen everything, bro. I think they got a problem with the criminal organization part, bro. That doesn't matter if he did it. What matters is if you can prove he did it. That's the system. The system is innocent till proven guilty. He hasn't, in the eyes of 2 jurors out of that thing, out of that pool, 2 of them ain't with it. That's a problem. And if I am the prosecution, I'm pushing for that. That's why they're trying to force, and the defense is right. They're trying to force them by threatening them. They say it isn't threatening, but it is. Well, you know what? You're going to be here tomorrow. You're going to be here the day after that. And 4th of July, you ain't going to be doing none of that 4th of July stuff. Your ass is going to be back here on Monday. And that's forcing somebody's hand. But when you the government, you desperate. They need to get this win, bro. They don't get this win, dog. This is going to be the biggest. They don't land this, Rico. This will be the biggest L that the government has taken in regards to these kind of cases, man. They got a 98% conviction rate. And the 1-2% that you don't know about, you don't even know those cases. Can't even name them. But you'll be able to name this Diddy case, and that's the problem, okay? That's what it is, all right? Let me read you guys' comments. Like I said, man, I'm outside, dog. I'm outside chilling, all right? Handling business. And I'm still on here handling business, man. Make sure you guys checked out the live from earlier, because I was on a little earlier as well, man. Let me read you guys' questions, bro. Okay, I'll be on here as long as the clock don't strike a certain number, and after that, I got to go. Okay, all right, man. Daniel Berry Sports in the house. What's going on? Whittington Thomas, what's popping? Hey, man, 4 out of 5, dog. 4 out of 5 ain't 5 out of 5, dog. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Okay, Sarah, what's going on? Sarah, Lori, what's going on? Lori, Henry Williams was goody. Okay, what's goody, man? Whittington Thomas, one biggest held up for the further deliberation means to me that the other charges are not favorable. If Diddy was able to roll a strike, he's able to. I mean, that's like rolling a 300 game, bro. Like you bowling and you roll a 300. That's what it would be. Like, and how many times have you seen that? I remember I don't bowl, but I've been at the bowling alley because that's where the shooby doobies would be at on the weekends. But I went out there with my boys one time, man, and I saw a dude. He only had to roll one more strike to get a 300, bro. And we were all there, man, and he left 2 pins up. So I've never seen a 300 in real life. I've seen it on TV, but I ain't seen it in real life. So I'm trying to let you know, man, him rolling a 300 in this situation, hey, man, it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good because the other charges are not that hard to prove. They're not as hard, okay? Even the Mann Act, even they'll say the Mann Act, that's probably be the easiest one to do, okay? The SA, not SA, but the the assault and all that kind of stuff, whatever it was, the other 2 charges, that's going to be a little bit harder because there was consent at certain times. There was consent by 50 Cent baby mama, and there was consent by Cassie at certain times. Okay, so I can see the ambiguity in that, saying, okay, most of the time or part of the time or some of the time, no means no. So I can see him probably hitting on that. Don't matter if it's 99 no's and 99 yeses, that 100th no is no. So I can definitely see that there's a possibility that he's probably gonna get some time on something. But you want that Rico, you don't want that. All right, man. Ruben Knapp in the house. What's going on? What's happening? Verdict tomorrow. Predictions, not conclusions. Facts. Okay. It won't go down for the Rico, but the Mann Act. Oh yeah, man, Mann Act. But the Mann Act is only 5 per charge, bro. He might only get 1. Okay, let's just look at it hypothetically, man. There's 5 charges. He can get 1 charge out of those. There's 2 counts. There's 2 counts of 1 count of the Rico. They didn't even have 2 or 3 counts. They have 1 count. Okay, but they still have to prove 2 counts within a 1 count for Rico. Then he got 2 for the SA. Then he got 2 for the prostitution. The prostitution is gonna be easy because they got paid. They did travel. I mean, but what if he only gets 1 count? That's 5 years. Plus he got time served. I mean, Diddy could be out in a few months, bruh. Get ready for that white party. You better get ready for that white party, bruh. Okay, it's going down. All right, man. Life is almost the same. 25 years. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. 10 years. He'll do half at 5 on house arrest. Yeah, plus he's a first-time offender too. So don't think that that's not going to come into play. All right. Sarah said allegedly jury went home, continue to deliberate tomorrow, and believe that they're deadlocked on the number 1 charge. Based on what I'm hearing, that's exactly what it is. They're deadlocked on the first charge. Okay, without question. Jalen Season in the house. I truly believe the jurors have made their minds up. They have, but they didn't make their minds up on the one to get them home. I mean, why make your mind up on 4 charges when you need 5 charges, dog? I'd have been like, man, why can't we just figure this out, dog? I mean, I'm not the one doing the time. I'm not going to be the one that's going to be in Leavenworth. Okay, yeah, what are we doing, bro? I'd be regulating, like, what are we doing? Okay, do you just want to live here, bro? I mean, do you like the accommodations? What's going on? I mean, come on, dog. I mean, did you get a bag? Okay, did somebody get a bag? Let's just keep it a buck over here. Matthew Sheck Unfiltered. Of course, it's alleged. We don't know, but I could say it. Did somebody get paid? Did somebody get paid, dog? I'm just asking for a friend. Did somebody get a bag? Come on, dog. I mean, let's not act like it wouldn't be. I mean, I just told you, Al Capone did it. Okay, Dr. Feel Good. Yeah, that's right. Diddy better hope there's a hung jury. Yeah, that's what they want. That's what I would want too, man. I did something. I'm like, okay, man, shit. It's like anything else, bro. Like, hey, okay, hey, hey, do you want that misdemeanor or do you want that felony? I mean, which one you want? Come on, dog. All right, you want that misdemeanor. That's what you want. Misdemeanor, you can still work. You can still do some shit. That felony, that's your ass. You want? Give me the misdemeanor, dog. Okay, trying to tell you, man. All right, it's split on the Rico. Yeah, Miss Trout, we're gonna see. Okay, most were reporting juror 3 and 25 are not budging. 25 was the one that wasn't budging yesterday. 25, juror 25 was the one that was causing drama yesterday. Now number 3. I mean, don't be surprised if tomorrow it's number 18. We're trying to tell you. Next thing you know, it's number 6. We try to tell you, man. Hey, man, bills got to be paid, bruh. Like, hey, okay, all right. Allegedly, the jury is 8 men and 4 women. Wonder who's holding out. We're gonna find out after the trial's over who's holding out. Now, the juror does have a right to his privacy. So, but another juror is gonna come out and say this juror without his name, or they're gonna let us know if it was a female, or they're gonna let us know something. But if a juror doesn't want to be identified, then he doesn't have to be identified. And to be honest with you, all these people who are in that jury pool, they could write a book, they could write a screenplay. I mean, shit, they can get a bag. It's like, hey man, I'll tell you, hey, I'll be the first one to come out with a book on what happened in that jury room. Okay, all right, I'm trust me, man. Everybody's getting paid, but me, nah. Getting paid $50 a day, that's not gonna work. Bill Blast just said somebody's name. Okay, Bill, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, people who I've actually spoken to, like I've tried to engage in business with. You mentioned somebody, man, right there, dog. Okay, like I said, man, you ain't seen none of them people. I'm not saying their names on here, but you could write out the names. You could write the names out, dog. It's not hard. Okay, it's not hard to find these people's names, bro. All right. Let's get these likes up. Cheddar Bizzle in the house. What's going on? Felix, what's going on? Because they asked for Cassie's IG post. They aren't buying the Rico chart, so they're digging more into her. Like I said, bro, there's a lot of people. I come from the school of no means no, dog. I come from that school because if they say no and you stop, then you should be clear, okay? So I believe, man, when somebody say stop doing some shit, you need to stop doing some shit. You don't get to use because that just keeps you. It's just a good point of reference. You could still get jacked because people could say anything, but it's just a good point of reference when somebody says stop effing with me or stop, cut it out. And hey, man, that's a good time to cut it out. Just take what you got, whatever it is you got to that point is yours. You just stop. That's it. And man, it could be an argument. It could be whatever, dog. Okay? Because when you pass a threshold, that's when other shit happens. All right? So, but I do understand what a lot of people are saying. A lot of people are saying, when was Diddy supposed to know when it was a no? Because there hasn't been a definitive no. That's what a lot of people are saying in regards to Cassie's testimony and the Daphne Joy testimony. They're saying, and this is why I'm saying it. People are saying she's saying she didn't want to. I don't want to do it. But where was the no at? That's what a lot of people are saying. There wasn't a no. It was a I don't want to do it. I don't want to. Okay? This is like anything else, man. Even though I'm not trying to compare it to going to the gym. But, you know, hey, man, I don't want to go to hey, man, let's go to the gym, man. We got to keep our workout. Man, I don't want to go, bro. I don't want to do it, man. Then you go to the gym. Do you get to say that person forced me to go to the gym? Okay, and like I said, I'm using the gym as a very loose, it's not even on the same level, but I'm just using that as something you can understand. I don't want to go to work today. You go to work, do you get to blame your boss that I went to work? No, you had a choice. You could have said, I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. But if you're like, no, and you're walking towards it, I don't know. I don't know what the rationale is. I have no idea how that's going to work. Okay, so just trying to let y'all know in regards to that. All right, what time is it? Okay, I'm gonna have to get up out of here pretty soon, man. Yeah, the Diddy oil is in effect. Okay, said free Diddy. The news keeps buying between 10 and 40. Hey, man, I mean, shit, man. If I'm Diddy, man, I'm not trying to give him none. I'm not trying to give him 10, 5, 15, 20, life. Man, I'm a billionaire, dog. I'm trying to enjoy my money, my kids. Man, I'm not trying to be up in there, dog. That's why I don't understand. I don't understand how you get to a certain station in life and you get to a certain level in your life and you came from nothing and you get to this billionaire status or this hundreds of millions and then you just do something stupid, bro. Like, I don't get it, dog. But it's happening everywhere, bro. It's happening everywhere. I don't know, dog. I don't know, bro. Okay, maybe that's what it took for you to get there. All right. Okay. Yeah, he said just a freaky black man. Ain't no laws against being freaky unless there is. See, that's the thing, man. You know what you just said, DJ Kid? You said a freaky black man. That's your ass right there. You can take that black out. Black is inserted. That's the problem. Because if it's a freaky man, no problem. But freaky black man with a whole bunch of money, gotta know what you can do, what you can't do, man. I grew up with both of my parents in the house, and both of my parents grew up in segregated South, and they let it be known. They're like, hey, no matter what, you better know who you are. Don't matter. We know who you are. We, your family, your friends, your this, your that. But when you walk outside, you better know what they think you are. And it's your job to show them that they ain't right. That's what I was told, bro. Like, hey, they gonna judge you regardless. So why are you doing stuff when they already ain't feeling you? They're already thinking you shouldn't be where you at. Then you gonna do some stuff like that? Hey, man. Dog, you should know better. You 55 years old, bro. You should know this by now. And you got sons. How many sons does Diddy got? Quincy, Christian, Justin. That boy got 3 sons, bro. 3 grown sons, man. What you gotta let her? Come on, bro. I got a son. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna have my son unprepared, thinking that he can walk around and do whatever, bro. He's gonna be looking at me like he is now, looking at me and see what I do. Okay, well, like I said, man, people got their own shit. But if it was me, I'm not trying to give I wouldn't even give up these little 12 months or ever how long he been in there. How long did he been in there? 6 months, 8 months? I wouldn't give him that. Okay, I'm not giving my life away, man, to be in no jail cell behind no buns. I mean, it's all over buns, bro. Buns. Some oily buns. Come on, dog. Come on, man. Come on, dog. I mean, like I said, it don't make no sense to me, but I ain't there. That's why I ain't there. Okay, I'm trying to tell you, man. All these Diddy parties over all these years, man, that all my people, that constituents and my, people that I was working with and all that kind of stuff going all these parties, bro. Not one time did Matthew Shack ever get an invite to none of those parties, bro. And I was being told you don't have enough connections. You got to get yourself where you need to be, Shack. You missing out. No, I wasn't. I wasn't missing out on nothing. Okay, wasn't missing out but a sore rump. That's it. And guess what? I don't have one. So that's what it is, dog. That's what it is. What time is it? Okay, I got about 5 more minutes. I'm just here so I don't get fined. But if you're coming in late, the jury is deadlocked on count one, which is the Rico charge. They're deadlocked, bro. It was one yesterday. Now it's two. The other four charges, they have a consensus. It is unanimous on charges 2, 3, 4, and 5, whatever they are. There hasn't been any leakage of what those verdicts are. Speculating to know what they are. We know there's either guilty or innocent on both. Guilty or not guilty, excuse me. Innocent is not a plea. Guilty or not guilty. That's it. Okay, there, and Diddy's defense is like, cool, let's move on. Because guess what'll happen? Let's just say hypothetically, if the Rico charge does not get ruled on and the judge decides to go ahead and go, double jeopardy. You can't go back and retry him on that. That's the main reason why the prosecution and the government wants this to be a verdict, because it's double jeopardy. If it goes and they say we're throwing that out, you can't go back. You can't go back. You can't. Oh, you could find out some new information. Okay, doesn't matter. It's done. Those other four charges, they could use the Rico charge being thrown out of court to help them justify for them to appeal the other charges. So, like I said before, man, the defense, they're like, man, this is the best thing that could happen. But the worst thing that can happen is that Rico charge comes back with a guilty. All right. All right, man. Love all y'all out there, man. You like what we do over here, sub the channel, man. Like I said, I'm outside, bro. I'm out here handling business, man. But just because I'm handling business don't mean I ain't going to come in and let y'all know what it is, man. Go ahead and close this up. All right, man. Holla at y'all, man. If anything pops off, man, I'll let you know. Matthew Shack Unfiltered.